back with another reaction video. As y'all see at the title, this is Pablo Escobar's Deadliest Hitman. If y'all don't know who Pablo Escobar is or was, he was a famous drug lord. Well, he's famous now. He was a drug lord. He's from Colombia. He was like one of the richest drug lords. I think he is the richest drug lord of all time. They said at the height of his career, he was making like 60 million a day. But yeah, this is one of his deadliest hitman. You feel me? His name is Quica. And the original link to the video will be down in the description. Make sure y'all check it out. Do your research, check out more. But we're finna get into the video.
Born Denny Munoz Mosquera, better known by his infamous nickname La Quica, was a member of the Medellin cartel drug trafficking group from Colombia and Pablo Escobar's deadliest hitman. In 1981, Pablo Escobar employed La Quica, even paying off his bail after he had been arrested by Steve Murphy, DEA agent, and taken for trial in the United States. He was subsequently released after Pablo Escobar sent money through wire transfer, around $2 million for his bail. Under the instructions of Pablo Escobar, La Quica killed so many people, including...
So he got out $2 million, and to them $2 million was chump change, you feel me? And that's crazy.
Including murdering members of his cartel and rival Cali cartel. He also murdered numerous police officers, undercover agents, and government officials. In 1989, La Quica was also responsible for the bombing of Avianca Flight 203, which claimed the lives of 110 people aboard. Biography of La Quica. Born in Medellin, Colombia, La Quica was the son of an evangelist and a police officer, raised as a Christian by the parents during his early years. In 1978, La Quica joined the Medellin cartel at the tender age of 12 through the influence of his senior brother. Because of his...
You heard that? He joined the cartel at the age of 12, you feel me? So he started young. So ain't no telling how many total people he didn't kill.
Resemblance with his great aunt, his infamous nickname La Quica was formed, which means in Colombia slangs, the fat girl. During his early years, La Quica joined the Colombia army, but left in 1986 for minor theft charges. Around the same period, La Quica was jailed 3 or 4 times for his offences. He would later rise through the ranks of the Medellin cartel, becoming a gunman later in his teens. La Quica hits for Pablo Escobar. While working for Pablo Escobar, La Quica was responsible for numerous assassinations. In 1989, he was linked to the murder of New Liberalism founder Luis Carlos Galán, who was a candidate for the Colombia presidential elections, which was to be held in the following year. Luis Carlos was murdered by an unknown gunman in Soacha during a political rally for the forthcoming presidential elections. While he was delivering a campaign speech for the election, which was planned for May of 1990, Luis Carlos was shot to death on the campaign arena on the grounds of eradicating Pablo.
I don't know if y'all know or not, but this, the person he killed, it's a video on it. It's a video up on YouTube. Y'all might want to go check that out. It's a video up on YouTube though, of the assassination. You can't really see who shot, but you could hear the shots go off, and dude fell, and that was it. I think he was trying to, really take down, put slander on Pablo Escobar's name. So I think that's why he got, assassinated.
And his Medellin cartel. Luis Carlos' campaign promises had centered on tackling drug trafficking and getting rid of the drug trafficking groups around the country. La Quica.
No, so basically he was really coming for Pablo on his cartel. He didn't want them to be. He didn't want them to have, he didn't want them to do what they was doing.
He was a prime suspect in the crime and was subsequently arrested and convicted for the crime. La Quica was sent to prison and held in a prison facility in the capital city, Bogota. Within a short time in prison, La Quica bribed his way out of prison. He managed to escape prison after paying a sum of $500,000 in bribes. La Quica was also
$500,000. Like I said, there's chump change to him, you feel me? To them. Because a hitman like this, and think about Pablo Escobar's hitman, they was loyal to him. They would never cross him. They thought he was God. So, I mean, I guess if you got loyal people around you, you do anything for them. you gonna want them by your side. So your 500,000 is really nothing to them.
Responsible for the killings of police officers alongside Pablo Escobar. The duo offered $4,000 cash reward to anyone who could murder any police officer in Medellin. This money rewards brought about the death of around 40 police officers in Colombia. In 1981, Quica was responsible for the murder of Mateo Marino's drug dealer, German Zapata. On instructions, he traveled to Miami, Florida, where he would murder German Zapata. The reasons for the assassination, according to Pablo Escobar, German Zapata had betrayed their cartel. On arriving in Miami, Quica made use of a motorcycle, riding on its back. With the use of a Uzi machine gun, Quica killed German Zapata. In the process, he also murdered an undercover DEA agent, Kevin Brady. He was subsequently arrested, with surviving DEA agent Steve Murphy, who was at the scene on the day of the shootings attending his trials. He would later be released after Pablo Escobar paid his bail. Subsequently, he returned to Colombia. In 1989, Quica was responsible.
And once he got his bill paid and flew back to Colombia, there's nothing America can do. You feel me? They can't ask him to come back for court. None of that. He just, once he got out the country, it's you know, he good. It's over with. And he was already breaking the law anyway, so it ain't like he was gonna turn himself in and show back up to court. None of that. You feel me? They had bigger issues. And him personally, them people like this, we all good at something. We all got a little special talent at something. His special talent was killing. I ain't saying it's the right thing to do. It's wrong. You feel me? You know, but if you gonna be in that life, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. If you gonna do it to the fullest. Do it the best way you can. And he did that.
Responsible for the bombing of Avianca Flight 23, with 110 people confirmed dead. He attacked the plane intending to eliminate presidential candidate Cesar Gaviria. Luckily, he wasn't on board the plane. Quica murdered so many people, including prostitutes. After being informed by a friend of a police raid, he escaped. He came back to kill the prostitutes that were with him earlier. In 1989, Colombia authorities also linked Quica with the bombing of the headquarters Administrative Development of Security. Quica was also linked with the rocket attack on the United States Embassy around the same period. Quica was also linked with the recruitment of teenagers as hitmen for the cartel. Betrayal of Pablo Escobar.
This is already crazy. You feel me? We halfway through the video, but it sounds like this man got over a couple thousand bodies. And the thing about these killers, like he a real killer. He's a real killer. Y'all think y'all friends are, no, this is a real killer. Y'all think y'all know people. This is real killers who can kill somebody and go home like nothing happened and have a dinner with his family. They don't care. They ain't losing sleep about these people or nothing. They just killing. They killing for fun. They was put on this earth to kill. But yeah, that's it for part 1. Part 2 next.